everybody, it's Paige Evans and I want to do a flip through of my newest mini album. This is documenting our day in Giverny, France, where Monet painted his beautiful water lilies. For the covers, I used this floral paper from my Truly Grateful collection, and this is a cut file of mine called Folding Hearts Mini Album, which you can find in the Silhouette store, and I will leave a link to it in the comments. I cut two covers, the front and the back, and then I embroidered over the floral designs printed on the pattern paper. This part took the longest. It probably took about 4 hours to do this hand stitching. There's French knots and back stitch, and I use all 6 strands of DMC embroidery floss. And for these tassels, they are paper beads, which I watched Lisa Fonseca's YouTube video. She's on the Pink Paisley design team, and she creates these super cute tassels and charms made with papers, and so I made some too, also using Truly Grateful, sandwiched on a few of the wooden buttons from this collection. And then I had a few other charms in my stash that I just added to make it fun and whimsical. So the album is tied together with this large, it's about 1-inch ribbon from American Crafts that I've had in my stash for years. And then these letters, they're actually from the puffy phrase stickers, and this sheet I'm just using as an alphabet, so I've picked and chosen letters in a rainbow of colors to make the title, and then as well as I used one set of stickers to just kind of ransom style pick out letters to say France. So when you open it up, it's a very interactive album, which just makes it so fun to flip through. My son flipped through it and he was like, "Wow, Mom, how did you do that?" So that's a win in my book. So here you go. It's very interactive, kind of like a pop-up book where it just opens up to reveal lots of fun things inside. And so for each quadrant, it kind of looks like a 4-leaf clover. They're heart-shaped. I added photos. I got all of these pictures printed at Costco. I used a combination of Picasa and Adobe Photoshop to make them small. These photos are only 1-inch square, and this was a 4-inch square photo that I traced around and cut to create this heart shape. So I just embellished with stickers and puffy stickers and floral die cuts, even added a little photo of Darling Jane down there. And the journaling is in my favorite font, Remington Noiseless, and I trimmed them into strips and glued them in place. So to open up the next page, you fold this back onto itself, and then here is the second page. So I had a lot of photos that I wanted to include. That's probably my biggest issue in creating mini albums, is I have hundreds of photos that I want to add, and so sometimes I have to get a little creative about adding them in place. So here I cut 4-inch square photos into hearts and then layered them together. These ones are back to back. And then across the top, I added machine stitching so that it can flip up. Similarly, on the bottom, this heart is just upside down, and I adhered them back to back and stitched across the bottom right here so that it flips down. And again, just embellished with Truly Grateful. This is the perfect collection to go with this visit because there's lots of flowers, and we went in the fall, so there were flowers that bloom in the fall, and just loved documenting this day. See all the pretty water lilies. Okay, again, it folds in on itself, and then you open up the third page, big reveal. And so for these photos on the left and right side, I trimmed them into the hearts and then cut them in half so that they can fold along these fold lines, and embellished with a few buttons, a few stickers. I machine stitched around the edge of every heart to add some texture, tucked a photo in here. So anywhere that I could add an extra photo, I tried to do so because, again, I just had 100 photos that I wanted to add. Journaling across this bottom page. The last spread, we went inside Monet's house, so that's what all of these pictures are about. And again, I cut these flowers in half so that they will fold up, and I had more photos that I wanted to include, so I did the same technique of stitching across the top to create a flap. So it flips open. There's one large photo here and then a collage of all of the pictures from inside the house here. But wait, I still had even more photos that I wanted to include. And so I created this mini accordion fold picture display, you'll see. In order to help it stay closed, I machine stitched these flowers in place so the photos tuck underneath. So then you gently grab it and pull it open and you can see I've got all of these pictures. I mean, how could I not include this picture of Fox and Jane laughing their heads off? I don't even remember what they thought was so funny, but it just had to be included, as well as this beautiful picture of his studio and Chris corralling the kids and Fox just being a cute little guy standing there. All right, so that is the last page. You could add as many pages as you want, or even just one, but in this case I had 4 pages and then filled it with lots of photos and memories. I loved creating it. It only took a day after the machine stitching was done, or not machine, but after the hand stitching was done. It only took me 1 day to embellish this mini album. So that's the beauty of it. It comes together super quickly once you assemble it together. I have a separate video showing how to assemble this Folding Hearts mini album, which I can also leave a link to below. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm so excited to see how you use this cut file and document your memories. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.